Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
So, application of DID, this I will say application of DID for impact evaluation. Okay. For this, what we need, minimum 2 years of data point, okay, 2 years of data point for impact evaluation kind of study. If you have panel data, that is also fine. So, first I will give you an example. Suppose in 2000, in 2005, in 2000, this is, let us say, a place called A. This is a place called A, where a financial hub actually was established. Let us say, if you go to Weimar side in Chennai, you see the near the Sirusiri, there is one financial hub. That means lot of IT companies and financial companies, they are there, and all those companies, they set up their operation in the year 2000. And we assume that because of this financial hub or IT hub which was established at place A in 2000, real estate price gone significantly high after year 2000, okay, after year 2000. So, that means if you have, let us say, data from 1990 to, let us say, 2005, and this is the year of 2000 where the IT or financial hub was established. Okay. So, you have this 16 years data, okay, and in 2000 there was a financial hub. So, that means if you collect the real estate data for this particular area, then you can say that, let us say, I have I have this is 1990 to 2005, 16 years data available, 16 years data available, and you are thinking that in 2000 there is a setup of financial hub. Because of that, the real estate price gone up significantly compared to the other places, okay, compared to the pre-financial hub prices. Okay. Now, what type of model you will set? You will set this type of model. Let us say YT is the real estate price equals to alpha plus beta 1, say dt plus ut. And how I have defined dt? dt I have defined dt equals to 1 for year 2000 and onward, and 0 for 1990 to 1999. Okay, 1999. Okay, and then if you define the dummy, let us say if your beta 1 turns out to be significant and positive, okay, let us say I'll change the model little bit. Let us say that I have place A and this is my place B, where there is no financial hub. Let us say this is simply your this Velachari or some other area where there is no financial hub. That means this place where the financial hub was set up, in econometric literature we give a different name called treatment, and this is control, because here you do not have financial hub. Alright. So, we have basically when you set up your model yt equals to alpha plus beta 1 d1i plus beta 2 dt plus ut, and d1i equals to 1 if A 0 if place B. So, that means you have real estate data for both the areas. You have real estate data for A, real estate data for B. B is actually my control area because there was no financial hub set up in area B, there was financial hub established only in area A. This is my objective. So, you have set up this type of model, and then when your beta 1 this beta 2, this would become now beta 2. If beta 1 is significant, beta 2 is significant and positive, then you will say that real estate price in A has gone up significantly compared to the area B because of this financial hub. Okay. So, that means you are trying to estimate the impact of setting up a financial hub in place A compared to the place B, which is my control, So, this setup is actually called impact evaluation. Now, if you set up this type of model and try to conclude that yes, beta 2 is positive and significant, that means the financial hub has a positive impact on real estate price for place A, then your conclusion would be wrong. Why this is wrong? Because it may so happen that even before setting up the financial hub at place A in 2000, real estate price in place A was higher pre-financial hub setup also. This is possible, you do not know. So, that means what I am saying, that even before setting up financial hub in 2000, real estate price in A was higher than B, because you have not collected that type of information. Okay. So, it is, if that is the case, I cannot say that yes, it is because of setting up the financial hub the real estate price in A is higher than real estate price B. So, what basically then you have to check you have to compare, you have to first estimate the difference in the real estate price between A and B in pre-financial hub setting, and then that means pre 2000 and post 2000, then we have to see whether there is a change in the difference in difference. Okay, difference in difference. That means I understand there is a difference in real estate price between A and B in pre 2000. There is also a difference in the real estate price between A and B post 2000. But my hypothesis is that post 2000 difference between A and B is significantly higher than pre 2000, and if that becomes true, then only I can say that this financial hub has actually a positive impact on real estate price for the area E. Then how you have to modify this? Like the previous example, instead of having only the dummy variables added in the model additively, you have to interact these two dummies. So, that means your model, if you want to get a DID setup, would become alpha plus beta 1 d1I plus beta 2 dt plus beta 3 d1I interacting with dt plus ut. Okay. All right. Now again I will, what I will do? I will do, this is, let us say, post 2000 and this is post 2000, this is pre 2000, this is area A, which is treatment, I will say treatment, and this is my control, that means area B. All right. Okay. So, once again what you have to do, that expectation of, that means you have to get treatment. So, I am not showing the expectation, you have to calculate this and put it in the value here, right. So, what I will do, now 2000 onwards, and for the treatment group you will have d1i equals to 1 and dt is also 1. So, that means when you put both 1 and 1, this would become alpha plus beta 1 plus beta 2 plus beta 3. And pre 2000 for the treatment group, that means your dt equals to 0, but d1i equals to 1. So, that means this would become alpha plus beta 1, this would become 0, this would also become 0. So, alpha plus beta 1 is the pre 2000 real estate price for the treatment group, because this would become, since it is treatment, d1i equals to 1. So, alpha plus beta 1, this would vanish, and if you put 0, this will also vanish. Similarly, for the control category post 2000 would be alpha plus, since it is control, d1i equals to 0 and you will have dt. So, that means alpha plus beta 2. Similarly, for the control and pre, that means both d1i equals to 0, dt equals to 0, that is my benchmark category, you will have alpha, and then this is also 0, this is 0, everything is 0. So, now this I would say that treatment minus control for post. So, that means if you take difference in this, alpha will get cancelled, beta 2 will get cancelled, this would become beta 1 plus beta 3, and this would become beta 1, right, beta 1. So, if you take difference in these, then again you will get your beta 3. So, treatment minus control, the difference in the real estate price between A and B post 2000, and then I have also taken difference in real estate price pre 2000, then again I have taken the difference, that is why beta 3 is DID here. Similarly, you can take this way row wise difference as well. So, then alpha plus beta 1 will get cancelled, you will get beta 2 plus beta 3, here you will get beta 2, there also you will get the difference in difference is beta 3. So, what you have to do, you should have two sets of data, one for, actually there are 4 subsamples, one for the treatment, one for the control, one for pre, one for post. So, this particular setup, if you can understand, this has very interesting and profound implication in the context of policy evaluation. So, you should not only introduce the two dummies, but also interact them to get the impact evaluation or DID. Okay, impact evaluation or DID. All right. So, this you can apply for many cases. For example, let us say you are thinking of impact of climate change on migration, impact of climate change on migration. So, that means what you have to do, you have to take one treatment group, one treatment area, one control area. What is the treatment area? Where climate change is significantly higher, and then you have to get data from pre and post. Let us say climate change became significantly, that means in terms of let us say temperature or rainfall, let us say that is the year 2000. In 2000 there was a drastic change in your climate, and that happened let us say in place A. So, what I have to do? I have to calculate the rate of migration for area A and area B, and then I have to take the difference in rate of migration between A and B in pre 2000 when the climate was not changed drastically. Then in post 2000 also, I have to calculate the change in migration rate between A and B. Then I have to take difference in difference. So, that means difference in rate of change of migration pre 2000 and difference in rate of change of migration in post 2000, whether they are significantly different, that would be determined by your beta 3. And then you can say that yes, climate change has an impact on migration, because it may so happen that in place A, even before climate change also migration rate was significantly higher than B. I do not know. All right. Similarly, let us say another example, quite frequently we do this type of study. Let us say estimating women empowerment. Okay, impact of joining self-help group on women empowerment. Okay, let us say that in 2000, a group of women participated in self-help group, and you assume, you hypothesize post 2000 the group of women, those who participated in the self-help group, their empowerment, and in the literature there is well established literature how to measure empowerment. I am not going into the detail of measurement of empowerment. Basically, let us say how women are empowered in decision making process at the household. And when you join self-help group, that will give you extra income, and with economic freedom it is assumed that woman gets empowered. Now, if you assign one dummy for those who participated in the self-help group and say that yes, this dummy is significant and as a result of which I am saying that self-help group participation gives more empowerment to the women. That may be wrong, because it may so happen those group of that group of women what you are considering, they were already empowered even before joining. They were more empowered compared to the control group, that means those who have not participated even before joining the self-help group. Then what you have to do? You have to identify those women who participated in the self-help group, and you have to calculate their empowerment with the control group, those who did not participate. Then you have to calculate the difference in empowerment pre and post joining in the self-help group, and you have to take difference in difference once again. And if that difference in difference coefficient is significant, then only I can say that yes, joining self-help group has given a significant higher impact on women empowerment. Otherwise, your analysis would be wrong, because it may so happen that those women were already more empowered compared to the others who did not participate in the self-help group. So, that means there are several cases. You try to understand this case, then you can easily apply this particular technique DID in several other contexts as well, depending on your requirement. Is that fine? So, this is another case, case 4, which is basically the application of dummy variable when you have two dummy variables and the interpretation of the interaction between two dummies. That is quite important and interesting. So, we are closing our discussion with this today, and in our next class we will take data set and then we will try to estimate different type of dummy variable model. We will see how to set up the data, how to define the dummy variable in your original data set, and then we will discuss the estimation of dummy variable model, and we will also try to understand the interpretation of the different estimates involving dummy variable.